I mean, this is literally how it happens. It's just like accident after accident after accident until at some point it starts to actually make some kind of, cohesive sense.
Yeah, it was funny because a lot of the music and a lot of the ideas were kind of coming pretty quickly after, like we were still touring the last record a little bit, so it was exciting to hear a bunch of the new music coming up, and then it took some time.
Little did we know.
Little did we know it was going to be a couple of years, but it was definitely well worth the wait.
I prefer in the past the experiences where we were in a place. It's like together, and we basically lived it for a period of time. So this was sort of our way of infusing that into this record, which was cool. And it was like, it couldn't be a more idyllic setting as well.
There's a number of these songs that for a long time was hard to listen to or play without getting a huge lump in our throats, and they were heavy times. We were all very much together and alone at the same time. It really is, we feel laid, I know I do feel laid bare on this record.
Journey has peaks and valleys, that's life. You're representing life, you experience in a song, in music. That's what it should be, at least for me. And I feel like with every record, we get closer and closer to that type of thing, that archetype.
Just vibe it up in here a little bit. You guys want to check out my sweet new setup? You guys are gonna like this. It's really important for the band. Look, it's my new ski tuning setup here.
Hey man, you got a little office from home? Can I?
So if you got any gear, you got any rusty edges, you got any want to wax?
It's an essential service right there.
Exactly.
Eh?
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everyone pull up picture number 1 and speak on that. It looks like two of us outside.
Yeah, that's Josh and Nuge.
Yeah.
That was the only time.
I only went outside. I only went outside one time.
He was trying to find the entrance to the house. That was the only time he went. He's like, get me inside. He was all
trying to help me find the entrance to the studio.
He couldn't. He was panicking.
It's freezing out here.
Okay, picture number 2. Looks like we're out for a snowshoe, which
We're out for a shoe. We call it out for a shoe. We call it.
I like that one because it actually looks almost like it could belong to a different era.
yeah,
Color palette on that. Other than Nuge's hat, that could be the 50s.
yeah. Sorry.
And
Send me your
the
clothes.
saw, I've got like that old world saw on my shoulder.
Yeah, it's true.
The
Why do you have
reason
a
why
saw?
the saw is there is
All
because
right.
we were hunting for the chaga or shaga
Oh, we were
mushroom.
hunting.
Yeah.
Chaga hunting off of birch trees, which especially considering that we're all very concerned about the state of our immune systems, seemed like as important a mission as recording music itself at the time. So every day we'd track across the lake and basically just scour the hills for mushrooms. And yeah, we had a couple of good scores.
Like it was purists, the ones who would go out with a hand saw and look for without disturbing nature too much. And then there's the big corporate chaga interests with the helicopters flying over.
And we also made up a reality TV show called Chaga Hunters, and it was loosely based on the Curse of Oak Island and Ice Road Truckers, like a cross-pollination of the two. It hasn't taken off. I mean, I think we wrote a pilot for it, but it never really took off. But it was kind of a nice break too, that when you're tired, anything that you can do in the studio to just get out of the room, for a few minutes, and especially when it's the first time we sort of noticed that planes had stopped flying as well. So there was this, even if we were out in the middle of nowhere, you could feel that things were quite different without even just turning on the news. We'd go across the lake and we hadn't seen a plane in a few days because essentially everything had halted, or ground to a halt.
We go blind. So long, but not goodbye.
Yeah, we would cross the lake just about every day, and that was our getaway from the studio frame of mind.
The good thing was you could hear the drums reverberating over the lake.
That's true. We could cross the lake and hear him checking.
Ting, ting,
You're like, what the hell did he just play?
Exactly.
Right.
yeah. We heard that too.
Put a stop to that. Jeez.
It was quite loud when we were like across the river.
Yeah.
It definitely carried those poor neighbors.
They say we're too far gone. I don't believe that's true. They say keep on keeping on. I say what else can I do? So don't you stop me from crying. I'm
there's vocals in this.
Take these memories, hide them carefully inside the watches I keep under lock and key, deep in the heart of me, until the storm's overhead. The sky can change from one moment to the next. The way you sing to me when I'm out of my day, without love, where would we be? Every moment the sun was shining, take every song that freed your mind and push back the storm on the horizon, hold back the seas and keep on climbing. Take these holidays, store them all away deep in my world.
So that's what the demo sounds like, you know.
And when you're listening to that, where do you go back in time in your mind?
I go back to listening to it like this for a really long time with no vocals and hearing this squeaky piano bench. Like that's the piano over there. And I couldn't get the pedal or the bench to stop like rattling all the time. I also couldn't figure out how to get my mic close enough to actually record it properly. So I was like, man, I gotta start singing over this really soon so I don't have to hear this creaky piano bench for much longer.
Take these autumn days, store them all away inside my war chest. Take the stars and moon, lazy afternoons.
I worked on the words for this one for a long time, like over a year probably, you know, until I felt comfortable with the thought of it, you know.
I kind of feel like it all kind of comes together in War Chest in some ways. Nostalgia is one thing, and this is like one step like deeper, you know, into that realm. It's like I envision someone's grandfather sitting there all alone, like literally just kind of contemplating and reflecting. Like I'm saying, it's like one step past your only young one. It's deep, man.
I was making all these decisions about the songs before I'd even written words to them. I just liked the way that the one song ended and the other song began. You know, even just saying it now, it seems crazy to be considering these ideas when, you know, my notebook was empty at that point and there were no words and no melodies and, you know. So I was kind of going really far down the road in terms of that kind of decision making. I was eating the dessert before the steak and kidney pie, you know? Steak and kidney pie, you know?
Do you guys have any? Do we have any rituals or that they like to share about recording or about other band members? Like, what are things that kind of always happen when we're in the studio?
Well, some guys get nervous when they have to go get in the hot seat.
I hit my glasses. Ah, for sakes. Okay, one more time.
I have a nervous breakdown every time.
Let's keep it light.
It's starting, at least after all these years, finally, it feels like a familiar feeling. It's not as daunting, or as scary as it used to be. It's kind of a fun place to be, I think. One of my favorite parts of it is, for no matter what, is always being there and listening to things like super loud. Nothing ever sounds as good as when you're hearing it in the studio, like when it's coming together and it's super loud and you're sitting there, there's no playback. Like that's kind of, at least for me, my favorite time hearing that music ever.
It was fun. Like, it was like making music with you guys in high school. It was like another one of somebody else who just loves music very, very much and is great at what he's doing. It was just encouraging and it was relaxing.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Studio PM. This is where we recorded some of All of Us downtown. Sorry, do that again. Hey, welcome to Studio PM in the heart of Little Italy in Montreal. This is where we recorded a lot of All of Us, probably about 3/4 of it. How about we go inside? Don't peek.
There is nothing wrong with your television screen. Do not attempt to adjust the picture.
We live in a culture right now that's like very disjointed, where artists also release singles seemingly like willy-nilly in different directions. I think what really drew me to the project was that there was this like generalized vibe where all the songs really felt like there was the lyrical perspective mostly that was just this like unified whole where the record had a statement. I would venture to say, and I may be wrong about it, but I would venture to say that these are like Sam's most introspective and personal lyrics to date, and yet at the same time it has his trademark universal outlook too. Like Sam came to me saying like, I don't want to belabor things forever on this record. Like I want there to be a certain like creative momentum and energy that we just keep rolling. And it just happens to also be like my forte. I do like keeping things rolling in the studio. When I sense that I hit a brick wall on a creative thing, like I'm really good at sensing that happening and just going like, all right, we're moving on to the next thing. Like there's so few times nowadays where we can actually get together and make an album. Like a lot of times people are doing EPs or most people are like sharing within one album, like 2 or 3 producers on one album, 2 or 3 mixers on one album. It just reminded me that I really do love albums as a form, and that I think that there is an important feeling that creatively that like an artist or a band can explore an idea and create a universe with a record that is different than doing like a bunch of singles or a bunch of EPs. They're just those moments of recording, you know, where I felt like super emotional while we were tracking, and I know like Sam was like choked up, and you know, you guys were like there in the back listening, getting choked up, and I'm like choked up like while recording. That's like, that so rarely happens. It's precious to me. It's a memory I will never, ever, 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 ever forget.
Anybody have a favorite memory from recording? Doesn't have to be in the Studio Wild, but that's where my head goes to.
My mom loves Dave best.
Because I'm doing cooking?
Just because you're feeding her son.
That's all it takes.
I think it's cool without it here.
Okay. Josh, are you finished?
I think so, yeah.
Nice, man. They sound pretty hot.
Yeah.
Sound real hot.
It's a hot track.
It's a real hot track.
Now you've confused us and we're angry.
Oh no.
He's really a true talent. Beautiful touch. Delicate touch. It's Canadian treasure.
Sounds nice, eh?
Doesn't it?
Sounds nice, eh?
That's that.
I love it. Christ, that's great.
I kind of just want to listen to that forever.
Yeah.
when I listen back or when we play songs or when I imagine when we're playing songs, specifically the ones where we did that kind of thing, where we lived in the recording process, it brings me back to those memories, and it sort of gives it a bit more of a history. It makes it a little more personal. So that's what this felt like. And again, it was winter, and it was on a little lake that was frozen, and you sort of just wake up and there you are in the middle of the wilderness, which was super fun. So it really, like, you know, it felt like we were doing something, and it was a beautiful place to be doing it, and it was just us, and no real distraction.
I know we can all say that we're really proud of this one. I know I am. And every time privileged, because Sam writes like 99% of the parts. You know, he comes up with a lot of crazy stuff. And what ends up going on tape are kind of the idiosyncrasies. I mean, there are lots of ideas and arrangement that happen on the fly and that develop over time. And when it's going through the process of all of us learning how to play it together, and there's definitely an evolution to the music. Like those moments that are really personal end up being like accidental things that happen just because we didn't quite play it the right way or that way. The way Gus helped us track it and the way certain parts of ideas came out ends up being this like thing that's, it's not exactly vulnerable, but it's the fact that we're not all like the hottest musicians out there. There are these little idiosyncrasies that make it just a little more human, I think, and it is an intimate thing for all of us. Whatever happened on this one was even more honest in a way.
We've had some of this music for a couple years. You know, Sam has had it in his back pocket and sharing with us and jamming on it for like 2 years. So we're pretty familiar with a lot of the music. And then by the time we got into the studio and like January, February to track most of it, it was really just becoming like our favorite record and our favorite songs because, you know, they're so intimate and personal and, you know, stuff, kind of songs that Sam's never written in a long time or before, you know, because they're just so personal. Then we got thrown into this insane lockdown that was happening as we were just finishing up the record, and it was a mix of like absolute panic, wondering what's going on with our families and what's going on with the world and how are we going to kind of push through, because it was just like the first couple weeks, right? And we were just kind of losing our minds. So it was good. I'm glad we left and we got in the middle of nowhere. It was like this euphoric kind of feeling, making these songs come alive in this amazing studio, but then this sense of complete panic about what's happening back at home and how are the kids and I wish I could be there, or like how's everybody, you know, looking back on it now, everything was fine, everybody was staying safe, everybody was staying at home, you know, people were doing their thing, but at the first it was pretty wild.
Days after the world declared a state of emergency, one of the songs we still had yet to record was All of Us. And I remember the first night I put like the latest demo we had of it. I thought I'll get into bed, I'll put the song on, I'll get like, you know, pumped, I'll get inspired, and, you know, I'll go to sleep with all good vibes. So I put the song on and I couldn't sleep. I was like having like crazy anxiety and panic because the words rang so true to what was happening right before our eyes. And also that the song was written like, you know, months prior. It was really wild, really definitely the heaviest, most emotional recording experience of our careers.
The idea of kind of stepping into this place of isolation, but knowing that we were going to finish what we'd started right before, and there was a sense of sort of that we were going to go back to the world. While there was this kind of simmering uncertainty and anxiety building up, we were still able to focus enough on the recording and finishing it up that regardless of what world we were going back to, we knew we were going back with a finished record.
Yeah.
And I think that there was an enormous sense of just happiness and at that. I'm not trying to be topical necessarily when I'm writing either. It really is an emotional response to your own way of filtering through all this information and feeling that gets thrown at you every day. And I think these songs are no exception to that. It's just that they will take on, if there's a heightened version of those feelings going around, like there are at the moment, then the songs will sort of take on some of that weight. We laugh about it. I don't necessarily want to talk about it on camera, but I'm not at the same point in my life either that I was when I was 22 years old and writing songs. Like, I've got different kinds of things on my mind now, and one of them is what lies ahead. Again, we joke about this between us, that when this pandemic gets sorted out, we have the great privilege and pleasure of going back to being a middle-aged rock and roll band.